Guys, welcome back. It's time for our last interview of the week.
Say it, and so
I know.
I'm not ready, but last but definitely not least, we have Christy from Starker here to talk about Star Control Origins. Christy, thank you so much for being our final guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're absolutely honored.
Yes.
Now, for those who didn't make the PC Gaming Show, what is Star Control Origins?
So Star Control Origins is a space adventure RPG that is set in a time where humanity is starting to explore the stars. And you're a member of Star Control, and your job is to figure out what's out there. And at the beginning of the game, the good news is you meet this friendly alien, a Taiwan, who says, hey, we want to be friends. Our ship crash landed. Can you help us? The bad news is there's this alien race called the Scribe who don't really want to be your friends and sort of want to wipe humanity out.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
That seems like a...
Everyone has a dream, I guess.
Yeah, right. So could you give us a brief history on the universe?
Okay, so Star Controls actually started out way back when, and we acquired the IP back about 4 years ago and have been developing it ever since. And what it is it's actually, it's a bunch of different elements. So there's space exploration. You can explore so many different types of solar systems. You can explore planets directly. You land on planets. You pick up resources to upgrade your ships. And you can meet alien races and go on this big epic adventure.
So you say a big epic adventure, but one of the things that is quite popular in games at the moment is multiplayer. So how come you've kept yours single player?
So for the adventure mode, it's single player RPG, so it's really meant for you to experience the story, and really it's kind of unique in that you're not controlling a third person avatar. The aliens are talking directly to you. They're saying, hey Captain, I want you to do this, or hey Captain, go out and search for this, or this is your objective.
Yeah.
So because they're addressing you directly, you are the character, and it's a very immersive experience, so it's really meant to be experienced by yourself.
So heavily story driven, that's your big focus there.
Very much so.
That's
it's a
awesome.
really fun adventure.
Oh, that's awesome. I think there's definitely space for that in this industry, and there's not enough like great single player compelling stories. So it's awesome to hear. But you do have a multiplayer mode with Fleet Battle. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so Fleet Battles is actually ship for ship combat, and it's a mode within the game in the sense that whenever you come across a hostile alien race, that's how you're actually going to settle your differences. You're going to get into an arena battle and you're going to shoot each other down until one of you falls. But the Fleet Battles mode is actually a separate mode that you can play online multiplayer with friends or locally with controllers and keyboard. So that's we wanted to keep that mode accessible for people also because it is a lot of fun to play together.
Yeah, and so you say that there is quite a large emphasis, the main game is single player. What is this overall mission that we're going to be doing? What are we going to get up to?
So when you discover that the Scribe want to blast you out of existence, you're like, okay, well now I got to fix this.
Well, now I've got to deal with that problem.
Right, so this is just a minor little problem. So you're going to actually go and start to try and figure out, okay, how can I stop them from wiping us out? Moreover, why do they want to wipe us out? What's their problem?
Yeah.
So you start by actually helping the little Taiwan guy who's, he's a bit of a socially awkward alien. He just wants to be everybody's buddy.
We all?
I think he's adorable.
Aren't we all?
He's the little yellow guy on my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, man. I think he was in the trailer as well.
Yes, he was in the trailer, and he's just like super cute, and they're kind of slimy, and we make a lot of jokes about how slimy they are. But so he instantly you're like, I like this little alien, I want to help him out. So that's really where you start, and where your adventure is just going to take you. Like you start in Earth's solar system, but there are so many more out there, and the adventure just takes you there.
Let's talk about that. Obviously exploration is such a key part of this game. How many worlds are there to explore, and what is there to do?
More than I can even say. So you've got hundreds of different solar systems, and in those solar systems there are individual planets, and you can land on most of them.
Wow.
Some gas giants are dangerous. You can't land on the sun. And I advise certain planets are dangerous, and as you upgrade your lander, you'll be able to land on safer places, or more dangerous places, like places with volcanoes and tornadoes. Sometimes some sentient beings that might not be so crazy that you're on their planet. Lots of different side quests and adventures to go on as well.
Nice.
So can you tell us more about the planets that we can go to? Are there any sort of flora and fauna we can explore? Any civilizations perhaps?
The terrain is so varied, actually. There's ice planets, there's volcanic planets, there's very barren planets, and within Earth's solar system we tried really hard to capture the essence of planets that we know exist. So like Mars looks very much like Mars, the Moon looks like the Moon, that sort of thing. And the terrain is very very detailed, and it's really, really nice to be able to land on those places. Then as you get a little further out, you're experiencing things that are a little bit different, a little bit creepy. Sometimes there are some creatures on those planets, or maybe some things that want to kill you. So it helps to upgrade your lander and have some guns.
Yeah, so, obviously you just said there's so much to talk about and so much to explore.
Yeah.
Do you have a personal preference, like favorite? Like, do you have anything that's like jumps out at you as a favorite planet, creature, alien?
So for me, like I said, I love the Taiwan because I think they're adorable, and the writing is actually very cheeky and humorous because it's very much like the original Star Control. We tried to keep that spirit alive, and it's a very silly sort of, not silly, it's a very serious plot with these overtones of humor that really tie everything together. So I like the Taiwan. I really love the dialogue in the game, a lot of the different races that you meet. And as far as planetary explorations, I like to go places where I don't blow up. So.
Yeah, yeah. TripAdvisor, first thing you want to see, does it blow up? But
No.
obviously we're going to these places.
Right.
So I'm going to make an educated guess, if you don't mind. We're going to be in a spaceship, right?
Yes.
And you get to customize these and modify them. So walk us through what that is and the type of stuff we could kind of stick onto our spaceships.
So there are a couple different aspects of customization. So in the Fleet Battles mode, which is the online multiplayer mode, you can make custom ships and actually use them to fight against your friends. So you can customize them any sort of look. We provide hundreds of different ship parts that you can customize together. You can pick your weapons, you can pick how your ship flies, turn rate, all those things, and play with those online against your friends. Customization within the game is as you collect resources and as you meet new aliens and sort of learn about new technologies, you can actually outfit your main ship, and you can like improve your cargo space, have more fuel, because the further you go, you actually do drain fuel. I've gotten myself stranded a couple of times in the middle of hyperspace,
that's
and the Taiwan had to come and rescue me. So that was a little embarrassing.
That's good that you can't get rescued, though. It's
You
not-
can get rescued.
Yeah,
I've been
the
rescued.
game just kind of leaves you out there like, you figure it out, you made it here,
I'm just
what are you
like,
going to do now?
help, what do I do? Like, I was watching my fuel gauge diminish, and I'm like, oh no, like, what happens if I run out? I don't know what's happening. So, but they come to your rescue. So that's the kind of customization within the adventure mode, and the Fleet Battles is separate customization. Stardock has
So-
its basis in that.
Can you customize it according to what type of exploration you want to do? So like, is there a way of you putting loads and loads of fuel in because you wanted to go further, or maybe there's a mode where you can use all your resources just to turn it into like a battleship, and all you want to do is fight?
You've got a lot of different choices
Yeah.
for what you customize your ship with. So really, in a lot of ways, you can kind of decide, all right, I really like, I want to work on my fuel gauges first. I'm going to spend my money to make sure I have enough fuel to go as far as I want. Or, man, these things are nasty. I want to work on upgrading my weapons first.
Big
That's
guns.
important.
Yeah.
Big guns.
Always.
The big
Big
freaking guns. Yes.
Yep, I got it. So,
Yeah.
obviously this game takes place in the future, but
Yes.
I'm curious how far in the future this thing goes and how advanced is technology with all these customizations.
Okay, so in our world, we think that at Star Control, we think it's like, we're super advanced, we're humans, we're advanced. And then
Yeah.
we get out into the world, and the aliens are like, you're flying around in that thing? Are you
Oh, okay.
serious?
So they're
You're not
snobby,
actually."
too.
A little bit. They're like, you're not actually as advanced as you think you are, but that's really cute, guys.
Oh, bless.
It's like the solar system pool club.
Right, exactly.
God.
So it's far in the future for us, but in relation to the other Star Control games, for fans of the original, it's set well before the events of Star Control 2, and is actually set in a way that we can use, like, we have all new alien races, a whole new adventure, so we wanted to keep the spirit of Star Control while also doing something unique and different.
Yeah, awesome. And talking of unique and different, there is a way of everyone having a very unique and different way of playing the game, because there's a lot of choice and player agency.
Very much
isn't
so.
there? What are the sort of things we can expect to be making choices on?
So the way you interact with aliens, you have a lot of dialogue choices. Some are very quippy and sarcastic, and some of them are more friendly. Like when I talk to the Taiwan, I can't be mean. They're just so cute. I feel, and like I'm the kind of person who plays those morality games, and I'm like, like Mass Effect. I'm like, I'm gonna go full renegade this one time because I'm always Paragon, and then I just can't do it. I think, what would my mother think?
You feel bad. You feel genuinely bad.
Yeah, I do,
get
and
it.
I cannot do it. So it's not quite so cut and dry with this, but the way you talk to aliens will change how they interact with you, the kind of things that they say back to you. Sometimes you can use diplomacy to avoid getting into a ship fight with them, and sometimes you can't. Or sometimes if you just want to be a jerk right off the bat, they're like, fine, let's fight it out. So it really, that does kind of dictate how you want to play, and then plus there's just so many different branches of exploration for you.
Yeah.
Like how I experience the game is going to be completely different from how somebody else does.
But there's a narrative thread, like a carrot on a stick, that brings you to the same ending.
Yep, there's
right?
your main story that's a narrative that is going to give you like your opening your body conclusion. It's going to be a linear story, but there's so many side quests and different places to explore and things to do that you could do, 20 hours of that and then come back to the, the main mode.
Good Lord. Oh, that's awesome. So how drastic are the decisions you're making, and how much does that actually affect how people treat you?
So it's not as drastic as something like Mass Effect, for example, but definitely you can change alien relations by being like, hey, I'm just going to be mean to all these guys. They may not want to talk to you, or they may just want to fight you. So.
God.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, we were talking just before, and you were telling me all about Stardock, the company itself, where
Yeah.
you make the game. Is there anything you want to tell us about? And like, let's talk about developer for a bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Stardock's actually in Michigan, which is kind of a weird place for a game studio. But our CEO started the company. This year's our 25th anniversary, and he started it way back when out of his college dorm room, and it's sort of grown into this entity in Plymouth, Michigan. And it's just such a friendly place there. I love everybody I work with. We have really talented people. It's a small studio that turns out really big, awesome products.
Yeah.
It's a dog-friendly workplace. So we got
That's the bit I wanted to talk
That's all
about.
that matters.
Dogs.
That's
Tell
all.
us, there's a dog on every floor. Listen,
There's a dog
tell us
on-
about all the dogs.
So Trixie is our little, like, she's a Labrador mix of some
Uh-huh.
kind. She's on our ground floor. She belongs to one of our lead designers on Galciv 3, Paul. So she's just darling. She just can't get enough love. She like starts vibrating when she sees you. She's like, ah! And then on our ground floor we have Arrow, or Silver Labrador, who's our official greeter dog. He's very chill and mellow and very unlike a Labrador. He doesn't chew things. He's just the sweetest dog. And on the top level, our CEO brings his dog in a lot, Bailey, and she's an, I'm going to say this wrong, it's Entabucher. It's a mountain dog. I'd never heard of the breed before either, but she's
God.
gorgeous, and she's funny. She's really paranoid, and she sees you and she'll start howling. It's like, okay, Bailey, hi, how you doing? But
that's
it's just
awesome.
it's
And then you
so
walk
much
through all the
character.
dogs and you make a game like Star Controller.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It adds a lot of personality, a lot of fun to the office.
That's awesome. That's
it
awesome.
looks it too.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and talk with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. It was really fun.
Absolutely. That was awesome. I'm ready to blast off myself.
Oh,
Let's do it.
let's do the next best thing and see what's happening on the show floor, shall we? Take
Yes.
it away, guys.